Okay, good luck.
Alright.
Thanks. Just a moment. So e4.
So,
Okay. I don't like this. Not really used to play this.
and I already forgot what I'm supposed to do here.
I don't really like.
So that's not good. I'll just try this. See if I get blown up for it.
So I don't think I should worry about him taking the pawn, like taking the knight and the pawn, because I probably have rook e1 at the end of that.
So right now he's threatening to take on c6 and then on e5, I think. I guess d6 is probably the move. I don't see a way for him exploiting the pin on the knight. We'll just go with that.
I'm sorry, I'm forgetting I should only talk during my move. So I don't really like having f3 pinned, and I think something like h3, d3, knight e2, c3, d4 should be the plan. So I think slow but steady.
Alright, so can I get away with bishop takes c3 and then knight takes on e4? It looks good. Am I missing something? Probably am. Well, we'll go for it.
Okay. So I guess the point is he is winning e4. What am I doing? It's not particularly dangerous, I wouldn't say, because he can probably challenge in the center. Like b takes c, knight takes e4, rook e1. Don't think he can play d5 there, so he moves knight d4, rook rook is there. Yeah, I think I just have superior development for the pawn.
Well, I thought he might have been able to play d takes c3, and then after I played knight takes on e4, he could play queen d5, and he might have some shenanigans like that, but he didn't go for that. So, I guess I'll just take and see what he's got. I don't see it. How bad would be playing the f5 right now here? So I play f5, he plays d3. Do you have anything else you can do? F5. I don't know, I like f5 here. I don't see how he immediately gets my knight out of the center. We'll do it.
This almost looks like overextending a little bit. I fear I might be needing to play bishop b2 before I can do d4. That feels kind of slow. Alternative, well, yeah, I don't really see what else I could try. Bishop c4 maybe, but that just gets tempoed by d5. So I'm a little cramped here. I'm also considering just d4, sack the pawn on c3, take c6 with check, queen d3, and he has to pull the bishop, the knight back. But then I don't really see what I get. Like, take on e5. Well, maybe actually at the end of that I have bishop a3, making it a little awkward. Oh yeah, that's doable maybe. So d4. If he takes on c3, I play. Well, actually, I don't like queen d3. But I don't have anything else. Because I definitely don't want to trade queens after d4. After de. So maybe instead I can do something like queen, like d4. Let's suppose he takes right away. That can't be good. Yeah, that can't be good. Okay, let's try it.
Alright, so
Seems
why
like
does that
you're
work? So knight takes c3, bishop takes c6, check, he takes c6. Moves his queen and threatens my knight.
Oh gosh. Am I being stupid? Oh.
Probably queen d3. Do I have anything after that? What if I just castle here? If I just castle here, I unpin the knight, I'm still on c3. Is there anything else? Bishop d7. Bishop d7. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Oh no. Actually, bishop d7 might be good. Bishop d7. Pawn takes. And then knight takes on c3. That doesn't work. So, bishop d3. Bishop takes c6. Bishop takes c6. And then pawn takes. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Knight takes on c3. And then I'm later looking to play bishop takes on f3, messing up his pawn structure. That doesn't look too bad. There's probably some tactics I'm missing, but I think bishop d7 looks like the move.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'm thinking about something like getting the knight somewhere. Queen h5, fun, but doesn't seem to be happening. I'm actually, at this point, I'm tempted to consider bishop c4, stop castling. Now he can't temple me with d5. I don't really need to take this knight, I don't think. And if he takes c3, well, it's no longer a fork, it's just free pawn. Or alternatively, could I actually play c4? I mean, I can't imagine him ever taking on d4 unless he's castled. And the only problem is on c4 he can castle. But then c5, is that crazy? Actually, if I take on c6, bishop takes, d takes e, then I think his best move would be to take on c3. Because if he recaptures, I take with the knight. And going to have, well, I don't know. So c4 or bishop c4? I mean, on bishop c4, what is he really going to do? If he takes on c3, queen d3, I don't think he'd play something like d5. That just doesn't help him. So he would likely go back to e4 or a4, but a4 is a little out of the way. And what do I have then? I'm also thinking about knight g5, but that doesn't really do anything at all. So I think I'm just stopping castling and let him do whatever he wants to. I guess if he takes on c3, I
Okay,
have
so
something
that
like
stops me from castling.
b3, then maybe unless that fall.
What are my options here? Knight takes c3, which looks greedy. Actually, if I play knight takes c3 and then he does something like knight g5, then I could be in trouble. So that doesn't look good. What else is there? We have knight a5. And he has to do something with his bishop. Knight a5, bishop d5, bishop c6. Knight a5. Oh wait, if I play queen, or knight takes on c3, I'm on his queen. Why am I still doing knight g5? Knight takes c3. Knight takes c3, then he plays queen d3. And I play knight e4 again. And he plays, then will he have something silly with like rook takes e4 followed by knight g5? Will I be in that kind of trouble if I take the pawn? What else is there? I really want to play knight takes c3. and I think I can get away with it. Knight takes c3, queen d3, knight e4. If he goes for weird rook sacks, I can play queen e7. The other option was knight a5. Oh, we'll just play it. Why not?
So he takes queen d3 pretty much forced. I can't really imagine any reason to go to d2. And back. So at this point I might just take bunch on e5, play f3, a little weakening, but if my rook is against his king, that probably shouldn't hurt. I mean, d takes c, d takes c, or something. And actually, yeah, if that, then I don't know. Maybe actually knight d2. I guess he can take on d4 then. With his knight though, then I take on e4. Pawn takes, rook takes, knight is hanging, my rook's in the game. And I will like the position then, but if he just takes on d2, bishop recaptures, I'm not sure if that bishop is any good on d2. I still can't castle. That's the only useful part. Maybe bishop b2, slowly. I'm not sure I want to move the bishop at all. This knight is just too annoying on e4, so...
Okay. What do I have? Can I get away with just knight takes on d4? Knight takes d4. It looks like a move. Looks legal. Or I could play knight takes knight and then play knight takes d4. Then I don't have to worry about my pawn structure getting messed up. Or should I like think about castling? Because I've been putting that off a lot. I might queen f6 and castling. Now we don't want to castle. Castling's overrated. We'll play knight takes knight and then knight takes on d4.
Pretty sure bishop takes. What if he goes e4? Actually, no.
And I just realized I can't play knight takes on d4. Oh, there goes that plan. So now queen f6 is looking like the move. How did I miss this? This is horrible.
Almost tempted to play bishop f4. If he moves... Yeah, I don't think castling queenside is that awesome for him because of the b file, and I think I'll just take and play bishop c3, pin it again, maybe pin it right away, or rather bishop c3 right away. He castles, takes, if knight takes... No, I think I should take first. Anything else? Don't think so.
Alright, so it looks like pawn takes on e5's pretty much forced. If anything else, I get beat up by pawn to f4.
Okay.
Alright, 2 attackers, 2 defenders. How risky is castling over here? Queenside castle looks pretty risky, but what else is there? Queenside castle, or there's I could play queen to d6. How does queen to d6 look? Oh no, queen to d6 looks alright. We'll go for queen to d6. Why not?
Queen trade. Well, if I take on e5, he's forced to recapture his knight. Then I don't want to queen trade. Queen g3. Add another attacker on. This is almost bullet. Yeah.
That isn't good. So do I have a... Do I just throw this game away? I think I have to castle here. And he's just getting material back.
Okay, so I could either take on e5, which I don't actually like, because I'm giving away my bishop pair, or I could take on g7, which looks almost suicidal, even though that was kind of the point of queen g3. I could go rook b1, doesn't threaten anything really. How about rook takes e5? Queen takes, bishop takes. Where does his queen go anyway? And then... yeah, I have no clue. Rook a d1. Then I guess he has queen c5. I feel like I'm missing something. It should be better for me. What if I... Oh, I have 1 minute. I gotta do something. Let's just trade.
Alright. So what does that leave me with? Knight takes. Knight takes looks pretty forced. I don't see any other good alternatives. Alright, knight takes it is. Whoa there. Does that work? Can I get away with queen d4? Queen d4 looks like a move. I think he moved that pretty fast. What do you think about queen d4? Queen d4. And if I think about it too long, I'll figure out why it doesn't work. So we're gonna do it.
Fork. Well, not a fork, really. Ah!
Whoa,
So,
what's going on here?
it is a fork.
What is this? Is this real game?
Well,
So what's the story here? Bishop b4, rook takes b4, rook d1. Does that do the stuff? Is the stuff done? It looks like I do the stuff. How can you defend the bishop? Can you threaten mate? We'll go for it.
well, that kind of hangs the bishop. I guess he's willing to play rook d1. And then... What then? Do you have any defense at that point? Probably not. Oh yeah, well...
He resigns. Alright. Well, good game. I think
All
we
right.
kind of ended that one away pretty bad at the end. But it was a game.
okay. Good game.
Okay. So can you guys both hear me now?
What?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Okay. Let's go over that one. Hold on a second. I'll invite both you guys to the board. Okay. Hatharo, view game archive, analyze. Okay, so friends.
Did I end up not giving enough commentary?
No,
I
you
thought I
did
was-
well. You did very well.
Okay.
I mean, 20 moves in like half an hour is probably too much.
Okay, let me invite you, Yerand. Hold on a second. Okay, almost getting to your name. Almost. Okay, there we go. And yeah, almost. And the okay, there we go. So invite to analysis board. Okay, so you should have gotten an invite. Let me make the board bigger so people on the stream can see it. Okay. Okay, so you guys can both see the board, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I can.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys played a very symmetrical opening via transposition. Decide to copy each other, which is fine because that's actually like the main idea in this opening is to just copy for a while. Okay, so castling is the most natural move. Okay, d6 is fine. So yeah, here the problem is he is actually threatening to take and take because now his pawn on e5 is defended. So you have to play something to kind of counteract that. So you can do one of two things. You can play either a move like d3 and kind of keep the symmetry, or you can actually play a move like knight d5. And the idea with knight d5 is that now you're actually threatening to simply take on b4. So after knight d5, he probably has to make a move like bishop c5, and then you kind of destroy the symmetry a little bit. Then you can like follow up with d3 or even, you know, rook e1, something like that. But unfortunately, after this move h3, you're just hanging a pawn, basically. Okay, so he took the pawn, which was good. I thought actually you might take with the d pawn here, and then, I don't know, at least get your pawn back maybe with queen d5.
Yeah, I thought queen
Problem
d5,
is,
yeah.
yeah,
So, I mean,
I'm probably going to send you that game that I talked about earlier, and you'll see why I did not take with.
okay, but I mean,
yeah.
okay, so you win your pawn back here, right? Like, he goes knight f6, you take on c6 twice, he plays bishop d7, you move your queen to, like, c4 or something, and okay, I mean, you've exchanged his b pawn for your e pawn, so it's better for black, but at least you get your pawn back, so... okay, but you played instead taking with the b pawn. Oops. With the b pawn. Okay, so now he took on e4. Okay, so you played the natural move rook e1, which I think was good. And now he played this move f5, which I'm not sure is good. It might be, but I'm not sure. So the problem with f5 is that it exposes his king a little bit. The good thing is it defends the knight and kind of keeps the e-file somewhat closed. And the problem is you can't really play a move like d3 or d4 because he can take on c3 and fork your queen and bishop. I don't know, I was looking at seeing if... Like, I think you can maybe play d4 anyway here. So the point is, if he takes on c3, you take on c6, he takes on c6, and you play this move, queen d3 maybe? And now...
Yeah, that's what I was looking.
Yeah. So now his knight has to go back to e4, I guess? Right? Because, I mean, if he plays e4, you just take on c3. If he plays knight b5, you play c4 and trap his knight. So I think he has to play knight e4 here. It's the only move, right? I mean, I guess he can play knight a4 too. That looks even sillier. And now the point is, after knight e4, you can just take here, take here, take here, take here, take here, and now you're forking this and this. And you shouldn't be worse here, right? Because you're winning your pawn back no matter what. So this should be actually fine for you. And now your king is safer than his king, so you should probably actually be slightly better here. So I think that was the problem with f5. It was kind of difficult to see, but I think this move d4 is really the only way to punish this move. Oops.
He played d4 in the game.
Did he, or did he play? I thought he played something else.
I think I did.
Did you play d4? Okay. Well, so...
But
I didn't take on c3.
Right, you didn't take on c3, right. Okay. So I think d4 was correct. Yeah, okay, you did play d4. Okay, you played bishop d7, right. Okay. So here... I mean, can you take on c6, take on e5 now? Maybe. Or... Yeah, maybe yeah, just take on c6, take on c6, take on e5, take on e5. Take on d8 maybe? Take on d8, take on e5. And now the point is he can't take on c3 because he take on c6 with check. So now material's even. And okay, your pawn structure is more fractured, but his king is not as safe. So if he ends up moving his bishop, you can play like bishop a3 and stop him from castling. So okay, you're probably a little worse as white, but I mean, I think this is playable. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think you should have just tried to get your pawn back, because, you know, I mean, you're always going to have some form of compensation because of his king still being on e8. Okay, so I think...
like I don't really want
to trade?
to trade too much.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is,
yeah.
if you don't trade, I don't see how you're ever getting compensation for the fact that you're down a pawn, and maybe two if he takes on c3. So, okay, you played... oh, whoops. No, you played bishop c4. Okay, so this makes sense, but the problem is now I think he can take on c3 without any repercussions. And now I think you're just going to be down 2 pawns, because now you don't have any more pressure to add to this pawn, because now your bishop is no longer attacking on c6. So take... and now 94, and now I'm not sure what you have here. So you play knight d2. Okay, so he took. Queen f6 was good, because now he's defending his pawn and getting ready to castle, which is good. So take. He took with the pawn, which is good. Now bishop c3. Okay, so he's attacking e5, but I think castling was probably correct. Oh, he played queen d6 actually. So I think maybe castling is better.
Yeah.
Just to get the king out of the way. I mean, were you worried about like f4 or something?
At this point, I just wanted to trade planes.
Yeah.
That's what was going through my head.
Yeah, that's understandable, but
I completely plane 2-3.
yeah, but I think getting the king safer would have been a good first bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you play queen 6, you play queen g3. Okay, now you castle, which I think was also good. So yeah, if he takes on g7, it's probably not good. His queen is very much out of play there. So I think he made the right decision taking on e5. But here, I think he has to kind of bite the bullet and unfortunately take with the queen.
I think queen 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, okay, he's down a pawn in a rook ending, but his rooks are probably slightly better than black's rooks. So I think, you know, there are chances to draw here. I mean, black is definitely better because his pawns are more compact and everything, but unfortunately he took with the rook, and now you found this very good move, queen d4. Nice tactic. So yeah, you're forking this guy and this guy, and yeah, I don't see any way for white to avoid losing a piece here. I don't think. Like, I was trying to look for something tricky, but there's really nothing that's terribly tricky here. Yeah, I don't see anything. So he played bishop d3, and then after a1 hangs, it's pretty much over. So he plays cute move bishop b5 at the end, by the way, which is kind of cute. But I thought he could like take and then move his queen or something. I don't know where exactly, but maybe queen f3. I don't know. Just like try to take this guy. But I mean, you can just take, and then just play like c6 or something. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting game, and I think Yerand, you're a little too concerned about keeping pieces on the board a couple of times. One when you didn't take on c6, and then another when you didn't take on e5 with the queen. So interesting game, guys, and thank you both for being on.
Thanks for going over that.
Sure,
Thank you.
no problem. I'll talk to you guys on the stream.
Alright.
Sure.
Okay, bye.